What happened to you? How'd you cut your lip?
I didn't.
Her lip won't stop bleeding.
There was no cut on her lip when I saw her in the morning. What is going on? This is kind of a mystery. Her lip wasn't bleeding, but now it is, so now it's kind of like a whole new workup.
Earlier that day, Sophie had come in with her sister after the fall and had her lip stitched up. That evening she was back again, this time not holding her chin, but clutching a towel that was completely soaked through with blood. Her lip was still bleeding nonstop. The doctor's first thought was that the wound had torn open, but when he pulled the lip apart to look, there was no new tear at all, and blood was still pouring out, no matter how many times they wiped it away. When the nurse checked her blood pressure, it was already on the low side. For such a tiny cut to cause that much bleeding made no sense. To be safe, the doctor pulled up her CT from earlier and went through it frame by frame. Her skull looked completely normal, exactly like the first report said. If all of this was just from the fall, why was there no matching injury on the scan? Meanwhile, the oozing from her lip kept going. It was obvious that if this went on, she was going to pass out from blood loss. It wasn't until her sister broke down that the truth finally came out.
Before we came here, Sophie was bleeding for a while. We hid the towels.
The towels? How much did she bleed?
A lot.
Oh, Lisa!
We were so scared about what you'd say. You were so mad about the hoverboard.
Well, this is really important information, so I'm glad you told me.
Before coming back to the hospital, Sophie had already been bleeding for hours, which meant the blood she had really lost was far more than anyone thought. But her CT was normal. The surface wound looked clean. So where was all the blood actually coming from? The doctor started palpating her lip again, searching for any hidden leak. And soon he felt it, a tiny pulsing point along the upper lip, right where the lip meets the gum. Every time her pulse fired, a bit of blood pushed out from deep in the mucosa. This wasn't a simple bruise. This looked like a ruptured vessel inside the lip. Simple pressure and medication weren't going to fix this. If they kept waiting, she'd bleed herself into shock, and clots could slip into her airway and choke her. There was only one real option left. Get an emergency angiogram of her facial and cerebral vessels, find the exact bleeding artery, and shut it down from the inside. Late that night, the interventional radiology team was called back from home. The angio suite powered up again. Through a puncture in the femoral artery, the doctor threaded a catheter up into the external carotid, then slowly navigated toward the facial artery and its tiny branches that feed the upper lip. On the screen, contrast lit up the vessel tree like fine lines. Each injection was a search for the leak, and soon they found it, a tiny branch near the upper lip ending in a small congenital venous malformation. The fall had hit it just right and tore it open. Onse knew the source. The fix was straightforward. The embolic agent went in, sealing the bleeding vessel from the inside. 10 minutes later, Sophie's lip finally stopped oozing. When they lifted the gauze, only a faint smear of old blood remained, no fresh bleeding at all.